There is a stain on your favorite shirt that has been there since last summer. You treated it the same day it happened. You sprayed it with the product under the sink. You soaked it. You washed it on hot. You washed it again with extra detergent. You tried the oxygen booster. You tried the enzymatic spray. You tried the internet trick with dish soap and peroxide. The stain faded slightly after the third wash, and then it set permanently into the fiber. A ghost of whatever caused it, visible in any light. A permanent record of the moment you did not have the right chemistry. Not because the stain was impossible to remove, because every product you reached for was designed to partially treat the symptom so you would buy the next bottle when it failed. There is a $4 mineral sitting on the bottom shelf of the laundry aisle at your grocery store that removes every stubborn stain category that commercial products leave behind. Set in blood that has survived a dozen hot washes, red wine that dried into white linen overnight, collar yellowing that has been building for 3 years of wear, ground-in grass from an entire soccer season, cooking grease that soaked through a cotton apron and bonded to the fiber at the molecular level, old sweat stains oxidized into permanent amber patches on undershirt armpits, not a $15 bottle of branded stain remover that works on fresh spills and fails on anything set deeper than the surface layer, not a $12 tub of oxygen powder that whitens the area around the stain while leaving the core pigment bonded to the fiber, not a $20 enzymatic pre-treatment spray designed to break down protein on contact, but incapable of reaching a protein stain that has been heat set into the fiber by a dryer cycle. 1 tablespoon of borax dissolved in warm water, applied directly to the stain, left to soak for 30 minutes. And the chemistry that Victorian hospital laundresses used to remove surgical bloods from white linen in 1864 does in a single treatment what your entire cabinet of branded products could not accomplish in 20 wash cycles. The stain removal product market generates over $10 billion a year. Every dollar depends on one manufacturer belief that removing a stubborn stain requires a specialized branded formulation with a proprietary chemistry you cannot replicate at home. A $4 mineral that removes every stain category in the textile chemistry handbook through a single pH reaction. This cannot sustain that belief. They did not suppress borax because it failed on stains. They buried it because it succeeded too completely. A product that eliminates the stain on the first soak eliminates the customer on the first purchase. This is the story of borax stain chemistry. The one treatment that handles the stains is what every branded product leaves behind, and the $4 box on $10 billion industry praise you never use as a pre-soak. If these stories matter to you, the subscribe button and the bell are the best way to make sure this knowledge survives. And if you want the complete protocol with all the 80 hacks that save households over $4,000 a year, the link is in the description. Now let me explain why the stain survived 20 washes in the first place, because this is the part no stain remover label has ever made clear. Most stubborn stains on fabric owe their permanence to one of 2 chemical bonds that commercial products cannot break at the concentrations and contact times they are designed for. The first is the protein bond. Blood, sweat, egg, milk, grass, and body soil all contain proteins that, when exposed to heat or allowed to dry on fabric, undergo a process called denaturation. The protein molecule unfolds from its natural shape and tangles into the textile fiber like a knot pulled tight. Once denatured, the protein is chemically locked to the cellulose or synthetic polymer of the fabric. Enzymatic stain removers are designed to break this bond, but they work best on fresh protein that is not yet denatured. A blood stain treated within minutes responds to enzyme spray. A blood stain that went through a hot dryer cycle has been cooked into the fiber, and the enzyme can no longer access the bond it needs to break. The second is the fatty acid bond. Cooking grease, body oil, collar grime, and food-based stains contain lipids that bond to fabric through hydrophobic interaction, essentially grabbing onto the fiber and refusing to let go, because both the fat molecule and the fiber surface repel water. Surfactant-based detergents are designed to break this bond by wrapping around the fat molecule and lifting it into suspension. But surfactants work best in the wash cycle, where contact time is limited to minutes, and the concentration is spread across an entire load of laundry. A grease stain that has been washed and dried multiple times without full removal gets progressively more embedded with each cycle, as the heat and mechanical action push the remaining fat deeper into the fiber structure, and this is why stubborn stains survive. Not because the stain is invincible, because the products you used attacked it with the wrong chemistry, at the wrong concentration, for the wrong duration. And each failed wash cycle made the stain harder to remove by heat setting whatever remained. Borax breaks both bonds through a mechanism that commercial stain products at consumer concentration cannot replicate. When borax dissolves in warm water, it creates an alkaline solution at pH 9 to 10. At that alkalinity, denatured protein bonds to cellulose fiber are hydrolyzed, which means the alkaline water chemically breaks the tangled protein loose from the fiber surface. The protein that enzymatic spray could not reach because it was heat set and locked into the fiber structure is dissolved by the sustained alkaline environment of a 30-minute borax soak. Simultaneously, the same alkaline pH saponifies fatty acid compounds, converting grease and oil into water-soluble soap molecules that rinse out of the fiber completely. The fat does not get pushed around or partially lifted. It gets chemically converted into a compound that water carries away. A 1961 internal laboratory report from US Borax compared borax pre-treated fabric against commercial synthetic detergent alone on standardized grass, blood, and grease stains applied to cotton test swatches. The borax pre-treatment outperformed synthetic detergent on all three categories. The report was filed internally and never published in a consumer-facing format. The company that produced the evidence was simultaneously building the branded product line that would ensure the next generation of consumers never understood borax as a standalone stain treatment. A 2006 study published in the International Journal of Environmental Health Research confirmed that borax solutions at standard laundry concentrations reduced bacterial contamination on fabric by 96% in a 30-minute soak, which means the same pre-soak that breaks the stain bond also sterilizes the fabric. No separate antibacterial treatment required. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about stain chemistry than 99% of homeowners and most retail staff selling stain removal products. Subscribe and share this with someone still spraying a $15 bottle at a stain that has been laughing at it for 6 months. Now stay with me, because what comes next is the part they really do not want you to hear. The global stain removal product market exceeds $10 billion a year. Brands like OxyClean, Shout, Spray and Wash, and Zout dominate shelf space in every supermarket. The average American household spends between $40 and $120 per year on stain treatment products alone, separate from their regular detergent spend. Over 20 years, that adds up to $800 to $2,400 on sprays, powders, and pre-treatment sticks that are specifically engineered to work on fresh surface stains and to fail on anything that has set into the fiber. The failure is not accidental. A stain remover that works on fresh spills, but not on set stains, guarantees two outcomes that benefit the manufacturer. First, the customer buys the product regularly because fresh stains happen constantly. Second, the customer eventually gives up on the set stain and either lives with it or throws the garment away and buys a replacement. Both outcomes generate revenue. A product that removes set stains permanently on the first application generates one sale and then silence. You cannot patent borax. It is a naturally occurring mineral that has been in the earth for millions of years. You cannot create a subscription model around a $4 box that lasts 4 months and handles every stain category in the textile chemistry handbook. You cannot build a $10 billion stain removal industry on a mineral that eliminates the need for every specialized spray, stick, and powder on the shelf. And you cannot justify a $15 bottle of enzymatic pre-treatment when a $4 box of borax, dissolved in warm water, breaks the exact bond the enzyme was designed to target and reaches the set-in stains the enzyme cannot. So the industry did what it always does. They filled the stain removal aisle with dozens of specialized products, each targeting a narrow category of stain at a narrow window of freshness, each failing predictably on set-in stains, and each generating a repeat purchase when the customer reaches for it again at the next spill. They never mention borax on any consumer stain removal guide because a single mineral that handles every category eliminates the need for an entire product aisle. I need to be honest about the limitations because credibility matters. Borax is devastating on protein stains, fatty acid stains, and mineral deposit stains, which together account for the overwhelming majority of household fabric staining. It is less effective on synthetic dye transfer stains, the kind where a red sock bleeds onto a white shirt in the wash, because dye transfer is not a protein or fat bond, but a chemical dye migration that requires a different treatment. For dye transfer, a dedicated color run remover or a sodium hydrosulfite reducing agent is the appropriate tool. Borax also should not be used at full concentration on silk or wool because both are protein-based fibers, and the alkaline environment that breaks protein stains also weakens protein fiber bonds with repeated exposure. For silk and wool, Use at half concentration and limit soak time to 15 minutes. Now here's exactly how to use borax on every major stubborn stain category. For set and blood stains that have survived multiple washes, dissolve 2 tablespoons of borax in 2 cups of warm water. Submerge the stained area completely and soak for a minimum of 1 hour. For blood that has been heat set by a dryer cycle, extend the soak to 4 hours or overnight. The sustained alkaline environment hydrolyzes the denatured protein bond that heat created. After soaking, wash as normal. One treatment removes blood stains that enzymatic sprays have failed on for months. For red wine stains on white or light fabric, apply the borax solution while the stain is still damp if possible. If the stain is already dried and set, soak the entire garment in a solution of 1 cup of borax per gallon of warm water for 2 to 4 hours. The alkaline pH breaks the anthracene and pigment bonds that give wine its color, and that standard detergent cycles cannot reach at their limited contact time. For collar yellowing and armpit stains, which are a combination of oxidized body oil, sweat protein, and aluminum residue from antiperspirant, make a paste of 3 tablespoons of borax with just enough warm water to form a thick slurry. Apply the paste directly to the yellowed area and work it gently into the fabric with your fingers. Let it sit for 30 minutes, then wash on warm. The alkaline paste saponifies the oxidized oil and hydrolyzes the protein simultaneously. One treatment typically restores fabric that has been yellowing for years. For cooking grease that has soaked through and bonded to the fiber, apply the borax solution and add a teaspoon of liquid dish soap to the soak water. The dish soap acts as a surfactant that encapsulates the saponified grease molecules and holds them in suspension, so they rinse out completely rather than redepositing on the fiber as the water drains. Soak for 1 hour, wash on warm. For grass stains ground into athletic clothing, pre-soak the stained area in borax solution for 30 minutes before the wash cycle. Grass stains are chlorophyll pigment bound to the fiber by protein. The borax breaks the protein anchor and the chlorophyll releases. One soak handles grass stains that have survived an entire sports season of wash cycles. For general stain pretreatment on any fresh spill, dissolve 1 tablespoon of borax in 1 cup of warm water in a spray bottle. Keep this bottle next to your laundry hamper. Spray any fresh stain immediately when the garment comes off. The borax begins breaking the bond before the stain has a chance to set. By the time the garment goes through the wash, the stain chemistry has already been disrupted. This single habit eliminates the need for every branded pre-treatment spray on the market. Total cost per stain treatment, approximately 3 cents in borax. Compare that to a $15 bottle of enzymatic spray at roughly 50 cents per application that fails on set stains, or a $12 tub of oxygen powder at 30 cents per scoop that whitens the surface without reaching the bond underneath. A mother of 4 in suburban Denver documented her switch from branded stain products to borax pre-soaking in 2023 after her youngest son's baseball uniform had accumulated ground-in grass and clay stains across an entire spring season that 3 different commercial products had failed to remove. She soaked the uniform in a 1 cup per gallon borax solution overnight. By morning, every grass stain and every clay mark had released from the fabric. The uniform came out of the wash looking like it had been purchased that week. Her total cost for the treatment was approximately 6 cents. The 3 branded stain products she had used previously on the same uniform had cost a combined $38 and accomplished nothing. The chemistry inside that $15 bottle of stain spray is an enzyme formulation designed to break fresh protein bonds at the surface of the fabric within a 5-minute contact window. The chemistry inside a $4 box of borax creates a sustained alkaline environment that hydrolyzes denatured protein and saponifies oxidized fat at any depth in the fiber structure, reaching bonds that enzyme sprays cannot access, breaking stains that have been heat set by dryer cycles, and converting every fatty compound it contacts into a water-soluble salt that rinses away completely. One requires a narrow application window and fails on anything set deeper than the surface. The other requires a bowl of warm water, 30 minutes of patience, and 3 cents of mineral. $10 billion in annual stain removal revenue depends on you never dissolving a tablespoon of borax in a cup of warm water and soaking the stain that every branded spray left behind. $15 enzymatic pre-treatments depend on you believing that removing a set protein stain requires a proprietary enzyme formulation. And the entire stain product aisle depends on you never realizing that every specialized bottle on the shelf is targeting a narrow category of stain that a single alkaline mineral handles across the board. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared from the consumer awareness because it worked too completely and cost too little for anyone to build a specialized product line around it. Alkaline hydrolysis does not care about application windows. Saponification does not negotiate with brand names. And a mineral that has been dissolving protein bonds since Victorian laundresses removed surgical blood from hospital linen has never charged a licensing fee. If this video changed how you look at the set-in stain on your favorite shirt, the cabinet full of branded sprays that failed on it, or the $4 box of borax sitting on the bottom shelf of the laundry aisle, then subscribe and share it now. Every single share puts this knowledge in front of someone the stain removal industry assumed would never try a 30-minute soak before reaching for another spray bottle. And every subscription keeps this channel digging deeper into the secrets they thought were sealed forever.